Okay, let's just dive right in. You are being observed right now. And no, I don't mean by a person or a camera. I mean by reality itself. The very fabric of existence. It's watching you. And this isn't some passive, distant thing. It's active. It's responsive in a way that might just change everything.
So, let me ask you something. Have you? Have you felt it lately? That weird, uncanny feeling? That sense that reality is behaving strangely, responding to you in ways that just seem impossible? You know what I'm talking about, right? You think of an old friend and boom, your phone rings and it's them. Or you have this nagging fear, and it feels like the whole universe conspires to make it happen. You are not imagining it.
All of these things, the sudden explosion of synchronicities, your thoughts seeming to manifest almost instantly, those bizarre glitches in the matrix where time feels like it skips a beat, or even just that persistent, deep-down feeling that you're being watched. This isn't random, not at all. These are signals, they're clues, evidence that something really, really fundamental is at play.
So, what in the world is going on? Well, here's the core idea. We're talking about the quantum field. You know, that fundamental sea of pure energy and potential that literally everything in the universe is made of? The big idea here is that it's not just some passive, dead backdrop for your life. You need to start thinking of it as an active, responsive intelligence.
This is what we're calling quantum observation. The theory is that the quantum field is constantly, and I mean constantly, measuring the quality of your consciousness. It's reading your thoughts, your emotions, your deepest beliefs. It's picking up on the signal you're broadcasting, and then, this is the wild part, it literally reorganizes reality around you to be a perfect match for that signal.
And here's the absolute game changer. This observation isn't passive. It is a creative act. We know from quantum physics that the simple act of observing something can take it from a wave of infinite possibilities and lock it into one single state. Well, this theory just scales that up. The field observing you is what takes all the infinite potential outcomes and collapses them down into the one specific tangible reality you're experiencing right now.
And suddenly so much starts to make sense, doesn't it? If you've ever felt like your life was just chaotic, totally out of your control, or maybe you've tried all the spiritual practices and manifestation techniques and they just fell flat, well, it's very likely because of this one great misunderstanding about how this mechanism really, truly works.
See, up until now, most of us, we've just been broadcasting unconsciously. We've been sending out this messy, chaotic, contradictory signal based on all our old programming and patterns. But there's another way. The alternative is to step up and become a conscious director, to start sending out a clear, coherent, and deliberate signal that reality can actually work with.
Now here's where it gets really interesting, especially when you think about the hard times. This completely reframes our struggles. Your suffering, it hasn't been random punishment. Not at all. It has been precise, perfect feedback. The quantum field was simply acting like a perfect mirror, reflecting your own internal contradictions and chaos right back at you with 100% accuracy.
And that right there, that's why so many of the traditional manifestation techniques fail. You can repeat affirmations all day long, but the field doesn't respond to those surface-level words. It's responding to your deeper state of being, to the unconscious beliefs that, let's be honest, often totally contradict what you say you want. The bottom line is, you cannot hide a thing from quantum observation. Nothing.
So, if it's not about positive thinking, then what is it about? This brings us right to the heart of the solution. It's a fundamental shift away from doing and wanting and towards simply being.
This next part, this is probably the single most important takeaway from this entire explainer, so really let it sink in. The quantum field responds to what you are, not what you want. Wanting something actually broadcasts the frequency of not having it. It's a signal of lack. But being something, embodying it, now that is a signal of pure presence.
The master key to this entire process is a quality called coherence. And what is that? It's when your internal world is aligned, when your thoughts, your emotions, your deep-seated beliefs are all singing the same song. They're all broadcasting one single, clear, unambiguous signal. And that is something the field can respond to with incredible precision.
And this leads to a pretty radical idea, but it's so important. Authenticity is way more powerful than forced positivity. It is actually better to be authentically in fear than to be fake positive. Why? Because authentic fear is a coherent signal.
Your whole being is broadcasting fear. But pretending you're confident while you're secretly terrified, that's just incoherent noise. It's a mixed signal the field can't respond to. The field always responds to coherence. Okay, this brings us to the final and maybe the most liberating piece of this whole puzzle. And it's all about understanding the massive difference between your state and your story. Getting this is what finally frees you from your past and gives you all your power back in the present moment.
Here it is. The quantum field does not care about your story. At all. It doesn't care about the mental narrative of your past, your traumas, your failures. It only observes your state, your actual energetic frequency that you're emitting right now. How liberating is that? It means your past has zero power over your future, unless you keep recreating its state in your present.
So how do you actually do this? Well, it's a surprisingly simple three-step process. First, allow. Just acknowledge whatever state you're in right now. Don't fight it, don't judge it, don't try to fix it. Just allow it to be. Then, from that place of real acceptance, step 2 is choose. Consciously place your attention on the state you wish to embody. And finally, step 3, be. Don't just think about it, genuinely feel and embody that new frequency with your entire being.
Now, there's a reason we're all talking about this right now, a reason this information is coming to light. This isn't just some interesting philosophical theory. This is a wake-up call. It's a call to awareness, because it really seems like the rules of the game are changing. Fast.
The observation is intensifying. See, in the past, there was a lag time, a buffer between your internal state and how it showed up in your reality. But that buffer is shrinking. Right now, we are in a period of peak intensity. The feedback loop is becoming almost instantaneous. This creates a finite window of opportunity, a powerful catalyst for incredibly rapid, conscious change if you know how to use it.
What this means is that you are at a rare threshold moment. Right now, the field is more responsive than ever, and your awareness of it is growing. This is a precious, precious window to consciously engage with this mechanism and finally shift from being a victim of circumstance to the director of your reality.
So this, right here, this becomes our new declaration, our new mantra. It's a recognition of how reality actually works. It's about dropping the ego's endless struggle of wanting and trying and stepping into the soul's profound power of authentic embodiment. I direct through being, not through wanting.
So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this one final thought. The quantum field is observing you, right now, in this very second. It's reading your response to everything you've just heard. It's measuring your internal state as we speak. So the only question left is, what signal are you broadcasting?